Hello, welcome back to Stitch by Emma. I'm the Emma in question, and today we're going to do a little wrap up of what I made over the last 2 months. March makes, April makes, and all the things I have in store right now. I'll show them to you, talk about them, try and overlay a little bit of a try on while we do so. So let's just jump right in. We're going to start off with a bang, okay? I made one of my favorite Swan Lake skirts I think I've ever made in my life. This one was meant to be all green at first, but when I am tempted with the green and pink, the classic Glinda Alphaba, I simply can't resist. I used a lace from my little lace collection that I got off of eBay for the belt on this, and it just turned out perfect. It's a mixture of cotton, mohair, more cotton, a very pretty like merino cotton blend, merino and mohair, and it's just like stunning. Like, this is everything. I'm thinking about including it on the website from my summertime drop that's coming up soon, but I might have to hold on to this until the next summer because I maybe just want a summer with her. Especially because a lot of these yarns that I use in these, like these two gorgeous variegated ones that I have in the center, they're from small indie dyers at YarnCon. So I use them in this. I only have a little bit left over, so I don't know what I want to use that for, but this feels very special to me because I have those small indie dyers in here. And the color combo is to die for. I have a couple of these up on my website at the moment. I'm definitely adding more to the website with my next drop, just maybe not this one, and I have the pattern for this available as well. These are all the March ones, by the way. I'll let you know when we get to April. So I've been writing patterns for about 3 years now, maybe more. God, it's been a while, but I wanted to return back to my older patterns, the ones from year one, and just kind of give them a revamp, word them better, format them better, maybe add in some better technique now that I know some better techniques for it. So I've been trying to rewrite the Rosemary top pattern. I took the OG written pattern off of my Etsy and stuff. I still have the video toot up because I did video toot. I don't know why I said it like that. I have the video tutorial up still because in the video tutorial I feel like I go more in depth and I just, it's different than the actual pattern a little bit. So I'm trying to make a couple new versions of the Rosemary top, rewrite the pattern, and I'll take photos of these new versions with the pattern. So hopefully this is something that can be done midsummer or by the fall. I don't know. It's not very urgent for me at the moment, but I have been having fun trying to figure this out and get it on par with my current work again. But speaking of new patterns, my pattern for the dolly top comes out in a little less than a month now, and I'm super excited. And in March, when I was developing the pattern a little bit more and working along with getting it finished while some testers were working on it, I made 2 versions. Oh my god, I grabbed the wrong string. I made 2 more versions of this pattern, and I am so satisfied with them, so pleased with them. They literally are the cutest thing. The floral mesh is perfect for summer. I'm just such a big fan, and here's that little pink that was in the Swan Lake skirt too. I have it as the corner edge of this one. But if you like this top, keep an eye out for the pattern because that's gonna be releasing, I believe, let me check my calendar, May 30th. This one's been in testing for a little over a month at this point, so we have a little less than a month to go. It was a little bit of a shorter test period than I normally do just because it's such a tiny little thing. This has also been such a fun test because everybody seemed so excited about this. I am so grateful for the people who are testing this top because they are literally cranking them out. Some of them have already made more than 1 or 2. Some of them finished within the first 3 days of me sending the pattern out. I was baffled. It's the best feeling in the world. Seeing it come to life on somebody else for the first time is just it's really fun. It makes me really happy, and I'm really excited for this one. I also have a fun idea for a photo shoot I want to do for the release because whenever I do a big pattern release, my boyfriend always helps me take a fancy photo shoot. So I kind of want to go to the beach and do kind of a 60s themed photo shoot in a bathing suit with this as the top and a little bandana. You can picture it, right? Totally Grace Kelly. This one, I'm gonna hold it up and you're gonna be what is that? And then I'm gonna try it on and your jaw is gonna drop. This is a slinky turtleneck halter top that I am ridiculously obsessed with. The lore behind this one is that there was a girl on TikTok, I'm gonna put her username and screenshot of her top in there, who posted that she made this top, and I was I feel I need that in my life. And then she posted a tutorial the next day. And I was oh my god, yes. The first slide was how I made this top, and I was yes. And the second slide was set the gauge of your knit machine too, and I go, oh no. But I read through the whole tutorial. I don't have a knit machine. I honestly, if you saw my whole apartment, where the fuck would I even put it if I could? Maybe one day. But I watched through her steps and I was like, oh, I feel like I could very easily adapt that onto needles. So I did, and it turned out literally fucking gorgeous and beautiful. I used a new yarn that I never used before for this one. It was called Duna by Amano. I went to a local like little yarn store, and this was like the perfect yarn that kind of like had a color that I liked, and the material, okay, the material is an alpaca cotton blend. So it is like super soft, but also super airy and light. So perfect for something like this, right? Where you want it to be kind of stiff, but also kind of flowy, but not too hot for like wearing it in the summer. I could not have found a more perfect yarn. You know how much it costs for a nice ass cotton alpaca blend? $11 a skein. And I used a skein and a half. This top cost me like $16 to make in brand new materials. But it was quite simple to adapt onto needles. I made a gauge, and then I kind of worked off of it. And then I realized I still needed to subtract a few stitches, so I did. And then I started over, and basically all I did was knit flat for a little bit, and then start decreasing every other stitch by like casting off at the very end for like every other row. And then once it got to the top part where it was gonna wrap around my neck, I just knit flat for a little bit longer, and then I made buttonholes with crochet and sewed some buttons on with sewing. And now we are on to April. This sweater was a panic cast on. It smells like my Glossier perfume. But it was a panic cast on because I was gonna go to a stitch circle and I had never gone before. And I had just finished up a big project. I was in between projects and I just needed something to work on while I was there. So I just took this yarn that I had gotten from the store that was hosting the stitch circle, and I tried to just cast on a collar, and I could work some ribbing while I was there. And I finished the whole collar, and then when I finished the collar, I was like, it's too fucking big. And it was, but I just kept with it. So this yarn right here, that's kind of like a gradient, that is Juniper Moon Fairy Floss, and it is so nice and soft and airy. Then I have these three colors that kind of have like little specks of it present in the gradient, and I just kind of like alternated them, and I kept those on like a strict rotation. So then wherever it lined up with the gradient is just where it lined up, and sometimes it worked and sometimes it looked like a different color, and it was just a really fun way to get like funky stripes in a sweater. Because the collar was too big, I ended up going in and single crocheting in some elastic to kind of like cinch it in, and I think it worked. I actually quite like it. I think it's a nice fit. It's very loose and airy and flowy, and it's perfect for like transitioning into the springtime. This is the last finished project that I made in April. I'm not gonna harp on this one too much just because I have a whole video on it if you want to go watch the process of me making this, but this is my beautiful, beautiful halter top set, which is a mixture of crochet and antique lace. So here is the top. The middle part is a lovely little antique lace from my eBay bag. The skirt uses more lace as a belt, but I mean, the butterfly fillet at the bottom is indeed the centerpiece. We have some plain stitches, we have floral lace to kind of like break it up and add some texture straight into the butterfly with some more floral lace at the bottom. I'm not gonna lie, this is one of my favorite pieces I think I've ever made. It's so beautiful, it's so neat, and despite how it's kind of like, you know, a little busy with patterns and, you know, there's a big fillet butterfly at the bottom and there's lace and stuff, it's very easy to style, I feel like. It's very simple to match up with other like solid tops, and of course it looks gorgeous with the top that it was made to be styled with. But this is a piece that I really, really like. There's no pattern for this, but I am very heavily considering adding it to my pattern season for next year. Definitely not for this year because I'm already working on another fillet skirt, and that's gonna take me a little bit, and it's gonna take a while to test for sure because I want to give people ample time to make like a full fillet maxi skirt, like hello. But the fact that it's a possibility is in fact very exciting. Whips really quickly. The month is going to end tomorrow, and there's no way that I'm finishing this one by tomorrow, but I'm working on a funky little baby doll top right now that I'm not totally sure what it's gonna look like in the end, but I am filming a progress vlog for this one right now. So that video will hopefully be up within a week or two, depending on how long it takes me to finish this, but I'm slowly filming my progress, and once that comes out, you can watch when I explain like my thought process with this. Then I'm also working on developing my next pattern, which I want to get into testing very soon so that it overlaps with the last couple weeks of the dolly testing before its release. I'm gonna throw in a photo right now. This is called the Stevie top. I am obsessed with this top. It can be with sleeves or without sleeves, so that'll be a part of the tester call if like you want to make the bell sleeve version or just the strappy version. Perfect going out top, perfect sexy witchy top. I'm really, really excited for this one. I'm hoping to get this one out in like August. But those are all the pieces that I made in the last 2 months. It was a super successful month, I think, for trying new things and working on patterns and being productive in general while also like having fun with it. I am so so proud of these, especially that butterfly skirt. If you want to check out some of the patterns that I have those up on my website and my Etsy. If you want to check out some of the pieces I have for sale, those are exclusively on my website. Keep an eye out for the release of the Dolly pattern if you're interested in making a cute summer top, or the tester call for the Stevie top, which I'll probably have on Instagram within the next month. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!